Today is Wednesday, March 18th. It was the day Bruce was scheduled to leave from Nairobi. Luckily, we were able to get in touch with Lufthansa yesterday, and Bruce was able to rebook his flight free of charge, and he's now departing on Saturday. However, today we went to the Riverside Shuttle because he was going to take the bus to Nairobi, and now the bus isn't going to Nairobi. Eric is in charge now, trying to make arrangements. I guess it's a day-to-day basis, and they only have a bus now leaving at 8 a.m. and Bruce's flight's at 11 p.m. So we'll see if Bruce can leave tomorrow and hunker down in Nairobi at a hotel for a couple of days until his scheduled departure. I know right now they're not letting any foreigners or non-nationals in the country from any country where they're suspected or confirmed cases of coronavirus. Today, Tanzania announced that there are 2 more cases confirmed, a German and a American person, one in Zanzibar and one in Dar es Salaam. So it's not only in Arusha, it seems to have traveled. Behind me is our volunteer lounge, and we were looking forward to hosting some volunteers here in July and in August. The people in July have since called me and told me that it is canceled, and I expect so many more of those coming. Today we did go into town, and I wore a mask, and when I went to a bank they told me that I had to use hand sanitizer as soon as I came in, which was great. Everybody was in masks. I was wearing a mask as well. I bought a pretty heavy-duty respirator mask in a hardware store a couple days ago, and I will unveil that tomorrow when I know more. I still have not gotten in touch with KLM, so I will see when I can depart, and rather than fly out of Nairobi, I'm going to see if I can get my flight out of Kia. I do have rubber gloves here from all the painting and stuff that we were doing, so I think I will bring my rubber gloves with me as I travel, as well as my respirator mask, which my husband says is really scary, but you know, better safe than sorry. So now 3 confirmed cases in Tanzania. I think people are getting really scared here. The Tanzania government closed all schools yesterday, so today we had a short morning. The teachers made some assignments for the kids to take home for the rest of this week. Teacher's going to email me something that I can print out, and we'll just put it on a table for the parents to come and take, and we'll give each kid a book from the school based on like a library basis. The trouble is we teach our students in English, and most of the parents here don't speak any English, so the kids won't even be able to get help from the parents. But we're doing the best we can, recognizing that our fundraising and our efforts in the United States are pretty much coming to a halt. We don't even know how we're going to continue to pay people here. Most of the funding comes from the United States. So after discussing the situation with Eric, we decided that, you know, it's best to probably reduce some staffing during this trying time. So some of our watchmen, they live far away. Their families are in Mandulichi. They're Maasai, and they have families there. So we thought at the end of the month, maybe it's best to send them home. We're going to be on limited staff. Eric and Dorothy, the teachers, they take dala-dalas, which are overcrowded minibuses. They won't be coming to school every day. It's again, hunker down. It's not time off. It's not vacation time. It's not time to go meet your friends and family. It's time to stay home. Bruce and I went to the hardware store and we picked up some paint, because if I'm here for another week, I need to keep myself fairly busy. I do have some web design and some other stuff for the United States that I should take care of. And I guess as long as I have Wi-Fi and electricity, I'll be getting that kind of stuff done, as well as doing some painting and some other things, finishing up what we started. The other option for Eric, he lives in an apartment in town, and there's not, there's probably a lot of people. There is a lot of people in a small area. So Eric is even discussing with his wife the possibilities of him and his family moving into one of our classrooms until this whole thing kind of subsides. The scary part is, people aren't showing signs of the disease or this virus, and they're being confirmed as, positive. So it's those carriers that are, the most alarming, those that you don't even know have it. So we are trying to figure things out here. One of the workers here, Sam, who does a lot of the maintenance, and he lives not far from here. I think he's going to be moving into the Watchman house while everybody is away, just to keep an eye on things. It'd be nice to know, even on his day off, that someone is here just to keep things at bay. And Thomas, the night watchman, will still continue to do some, his night watchman job. So limited staff, we're trying to limit the contagion of the virus from keeping people at home. We're going to be, probably in touch with them via email. Today we taught the kids, about washing their hands frequently and how to not shake hands and not touch their face, and wash their hands and wash their hands and wash their hands. So it's going to be a little trying here. In Tanzania, it's a very social country, and still today, while we were out and about, we saw a lot of people just resuming life as normal, which I guess some people, I don't know, it is what it is, right? So this is a new normal, and it's different from life in Africa or life in Tanzania as we know it. Anyway, tomorrow we are waiting to see if Bruce can get out to Nairobi. The other alternative is, if on Saturday, his scheduled departure date, if we can book a Precision Air flight from Kilimanjaro Airport to Nairobi, and see if he can, get out that way to catch his returning flight home. So at least he has a returning flight home. I'm still in limbo. I'm going to reach out to KLM soon. I'm scheduled to leave on Tuesday, but that's not happening right now. Yesterday, even when we talked to Lufthansa, a lot of their flights were already full. So now Bruce is flying from Nairobi to Frankfurt to Washington, D.C., and then D.C. to Boston. And it's like a 40-hour journey if you consider a bus. So we'll see what we have to do, and we'll see, how we can get home unscathed. The most unnerving part for me is traveling, because I feel like everyone who is from one of these affected countries, I mean any affected country, the numbers are so much higher than they actually are, and that the problem's only going to get worse, and people traveling and whatnot is going to, traveling is the most scary part. I live a pretty simple life here. I can hunker down here and not see anybody for a month. And we're trying to limit even the staff here that comes from other places, because we don't know who they're sitting next to on a dollar and where they've been and who they've hugged and who they've seen, and they're young and they might not even get sick, but they can still transmit the disease like crazy. So I know I keep calling it a disease, it's a virus, but whatever it is, it's scary. And to this date, I haven't been in a place that has tested positive until 2 days ago. So I know it's in the United States. I know, I don't know, uncertain times indeed. All right, so anyway, March 18th, Wednesday, 3 confirmed cases in Tanzania. Let's hope this thing is ratified soon. And let's hope that the Tanzanian government maybe stops taking in foreigners as well. All right, signing off for today. We'll let you know what happens tomorrow and if Bruce is on his way to Nairobi or we're seeking alternative plans. All right, good luck everyone and stay safe.